Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, guys, we had a really great weekend.
Yep.
It was awesome. We got the kids to go over to my mom's house for the night, and they had a really great time over there. And we actually got our date in, which was really nice.
Yep.
Gary pulled out all the stops and had a nice candlelight dinner with some ribs.
Mm-hmm. Tried to get the best I could.
You did. You did really good. I had a really nice time that night. It was very, very good. Yep. The seasoning was muy perfecto.
I tried.
Yeah, we used that spicy barbecue sauce. I can't remember the name of it. We'll bring it up at another time. But there was this spicy barbecue sauce that Paragon Ridge, Chrissy, had left for us after 4th of July.
No.
And Chrissy, thank you so much because it was very, very good.
Yes.
It was a little spicy, but we didn't, I think next time we'll actually put it on the ribs and then grill it because we actually just had it on the side because it was labeled like habanero. And we were like,
Yeah, I was a little iffy on it.
Yeah.
Because once it's on there, it's on there.
Yeah.
And and I didn't want to be burning like no tomorrow.
So yeah, we didn't put it actually on it. We just kind of had it on the side for a dipping. But we were dipping with it, and it was very good. And so I think maybe next time we make something on the grill, I'll have Gary actually put it on. And I think some of that fire spice will get burned off of it, and it'll just leave us with that nice smoky, savory flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll definitely have to try it. But thank you again, Chrissy. That was really generous of you to share with us, and it was very good. Yeah. So we had a really nice weekend. We went to Fort Smith. The last video that you guys saw of us here on Real Talk was us traveling in the car and chatting with you guys about a few things here and there. And we did bring up our friends Christa and Brian with Wander Arts and Adventures. And I want to thank you guys so much for going over there and showing them all the love and support. It's been kind of heavy on my mind and my heart lately. Yesterday was a very sad and unfortunate day for Christa. Please send her all of your love and support, guys. She's going through a very, very tough time right now. Brian did not make it, so he is with the Lord, and we are sending all of our love and prayers and support over to her. They do have a GoFundMe account set up, so I'm going to put these things in the link down in the description below, so you guys, if you guys feel so inclined to help her out during this tough time, you guys are welcome to. She is, and Brian as well, they're people that are in our community. They've been showing up in our comment section. We've been chatting with them for a very long time now. We've met them at a couple of different meetups, and whenever we met them, they were just the kindest, sweetest people, full of life and energy, and just genuine and caring people. And they are in our community, guys, and we try to always introduce you to new people and try to continue to community build, because that's a very essential part of why we do all of this. We love sharing with you guys our ups and downs and everything, but the community aspect of what we found on YouTube has just been completely unreal. And you guys help pick us up when we're down, and if we can help in any kind of way, we want to continue that as well. So I know that I was talking with Matt from Backwoods Mindset yesterday, and he's also going through kind of a rough time as well, because him and Brian, they were very, very close friends, like very, very close friends. And so it hurts my heart when there's people that we care about that are hurting, and just send the love out there, guys.
Yes.
Please. I know you got to talk to Brian for a couple hours at Shoot Dang.
It was a really good conversation. I'm glad that I was able to have a good conversation with him, and he's a great dude, like no tomorrow. And my thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family and all the friends out there. And it's definitely a sad time, that's for sure. Yep.
So it's been kind of weighing on us a little heavy the last couple of days, just because it just brings to light like how fragile life is. One minute you are on top of the world and everything's going good, and then the next minute life's turned upside down. And so I'd like to encourage you guys to go out there and reconnect with some old people. Just don't take life for granted. Take it day by day.
Yes.
And tell the people that are in your life that you love them.
Yep.
Let them know that you love them, guys. Like, life goes by so quickly in a blink.
Yes.
Your whole world can be torn upside down, or you couldn't be with us anymore, and it's just it's just life is very frail and fragile, and Gary and I have been very blessed in life, as far as being able to go after our dreams and do what we love, and being able to spend time with each other and our family and everything, and we don't take it for granted, and we don't take you guys for granted out there as well. So again, thank you guys so much for being in our corner and showing us some love and support, but we ask you kindly from the bottom of our hearts to go out and show some people in your life that are personal to you some love and support, as well as some of our friends that we've mentioned as well. They're going through a really tough time right now. So Wander in Arts and Adventures, Christa, you are in our heart and our prayers. We're sending you all the love. And Backwoods Mindset, you're in our heart and prayers, and we're sending you all the love too, brother. We're here for you guys. Just you need to vent or anything, you know how to get a hold of us. Just holler. You're not alone in this. You got a very large, wonderful community that are just completely surrounding and wrapping you guys in all of the love. So I hope that you guys feel that today.
Yes.
Gary and I got a lot of work we got to get to going on the basement build. Gary did something wonderful for us yesterday.
Yep.
You want to tell?
So Biggie now has all new AC components and parts.
Yay!
Yep.
So
that was interesting.
we were definitely needing it. Now the AC doesn't fully work yet.
No.
Full disclosure. We still have to take it down to a shop and get it vacuum sealed, and the Freon
AC charge.
or the AC charge. There you go.
Yep.
So we got to still do that.
Which I know later on down the line, I'm probably going to be buying myself a vacuum kit and AC charging kit because, yeah, that's just me. I just haven't had the time to go and get those things, and I want to wait for the garage to finalize all that stuff. So
yeah. But we do have an appointment with the shop on Wednesday, so after Wednesday, Biggie should be fully great and ready for summer, and we can not have to have all the windows down and be roasting toasting inside that thing when we go to run errands. So I'm very much looking forward to it, and thank you, baby, for being such a good mechanic and a hard worker for our family. And
man, it was interesting. I don't think I've ever replaced a condenser before.
Yeah.
But hey, I got it.
You were getting a little frustrated there. Where the heck is that stupid?
Oh no, that
stick
was.
with the... he was.
That was
We didn't record any of
so
it,
I
but
replaced the
it would have been a
instrument.
lot of beeps flying in and out.
The instrument cluster as well went out on Biggie, which, if anybody doesn't know, that's the turn signal thingy with the cruise control and the windshield wipers and all that fun jazz. Well, yeah, you gotta dang near take off the steering wheel, you gotta take off the whole cluster area and just dismantle everything, and it's a big pain in the butt. Yep. Well, anyway, I got it all taken apart and went to go put a screw in, and it fell.
Yeah.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Why?
Like, why? And yeah, the kids took off with my little magnet doohickey thing for whenever I do that. And yeah, so I don't know where that guy is. I looked all over the place, but I got creative and made my own little magnet doohickey thing. Because I have a big round disc magnet.
So you rednecked it?
I rednecked it.
All right.
I grabbed the long screwdriver, put the magnet on there. I'm like, all right, now it's a magnetic screwdriver. Grabbed the screw, and I had to finagle it out of there. And yeah, that was interesting. That took me almost about an hour to do.
Just to get that one screw.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
I was right there. I was like, yes, I can finally get all the things together. Drop.
No.
Son of a... ah!
Yeah. But long story short, Gary did figure it out. He rednecked it and he got it to work, and now Biggie's AC is going to be working, so that's really, really nice. We got to get Small's AC working too, because none of our vehicles had AC.
No.
And you got the part for Small's as well. You just got to get over there and
that
get it
one's
done.
a little different. I have to pull off the pulley, and
More of a nightmare.
more of a nightmare to get that one out, and I've got to set up my vise some way, somehow, so I don't have to, but yeah, I've got got to tear that thing apart to put it in the compressor.
Well, at least we'll have it working in Biggie, which is
Yes.
like our family mobile, because Smalls just has a regular truck bed bench, and Biggie has the back cab as well, so we, whenever we go anywhere as a family, we have to take Biggie because it's got enough seats for the kids. Smalls doesn't really get driven around as much, just mostly when it's like, oh, one of us are going to town, kind of a thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And it does have tinted windows, which aren't the best tinted windows.
But it helps.
It helps. It
Yeah.
was definitely, it was like that before I bought it, but somebody definitely tried to do it themselves.
Yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
like flaking off. So I'm just waiting for a time to where I can get into the garage and actually do it and get it done correctly.
It won't be too long now, though. We're getting closer and closer every day.
Yeah, it's getting there.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
It's just hot, and
yeah,
I'm like, man, and it was good time for this weekend to be able to sit back a little bit and relax and have that date night, and
yeah,
to be able to get all the little things checked in a sense to have us be a little bit easier in working wise and going.
yep.
So
Now I won't have a video for you guys on Simple Life today. I'm sorry. I'm still kind of behind. We enjoyed the date night and we enjoyed some time off, and then
I didn't record anything while I was working on the truck because I just wanted to get it done.
Yeah, Gary is always in the mode of let's just get it done. I'm always the one that's running around with the camera and always the one telling Gary, grab the camera, and I wasn't in the mode to tell Gary to do anything because we had such a nice date night. I didn't want to ruin it.
On my defense, she did tell me to grab the camera.
The day before.
Yes.
Not the day of.
And I thought about it, but I was like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh well.
I'm going to get her done and get it going. So
if you guys have any questions about that, I'm sure Gary would be happy to explain to you if you guys are having to replace the condenser or anything like that. I'm sure Gary could explain it to you guys. But again, we just didn't do any recording of it, but that's all right. We had a very, very relaxing weekend. The kids had a great time over at Grandma's. We got a lot of stuff done, but we also had a nice amount of downtime. So yeah, I'm trying to get back on the good schedule, guys. I'm trying with the vlogs. It's just been very rough, and we do what we can.
Yep.
We do what we can. I am planning on having a video on Simple Life for you guys tomorrow. There's a lot that we got to get done today. I'm borrowing a tool from Country Road Cure. I'm borrowing this thing. You guys have any idea what this thing's for? Whee! So this thing goes on the end of a drill, and then you put it inside concrete or paint or anything like that, and it helps stir it all up so you're not killing yourself, doing it manually. So thank you, Anthony and Roxanne, for letting me borrow this. I appreciate it, brother, and I will deliver it back to you as soon as I am finished with it. But I got all my painting clothes on, my clothes that got paint on it already, and I'm going to take the kids down there as well. They said they wanted to help me, so we're going to be working inside the basement, trying to get some more of that wall waterproofing done. Gary's got a few things he's going to be working on as well.
Yep.
And you guys are going to see all that tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited to get to this finishing point of the inside. There's a lot that we have to do to finish to be able to move inside the basement. The external waterproofing is just about there. We're like right there. We're so close. But today I'm not really working too much on the outside. I'm gonna be working a lot on the inside. We might get to some of that stuff later on today. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where we always just fly by the seat of our pants and just do what we do.
Keep on going down the road.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I want to get to work today. We've already been sitting here yapping for a while, so I'm going to answer some of these questions. Okay, this one comes from Tammy Lawrence. I hope I didn't mispronunciate that. Lieurance, Tammy. She is asking, have you already chosen your doors and windows to close it in? Also, how will you insulate the basement rafters?
So, good question. We do already have the doors and windows. We went and picked those up before we finished up the actual basement area.
Yeah, the block work.
When we were doing that front wall right there, just so that way I can make sure that we could get those windows and sizes, and I measured everything out before so we could actually have that rough end opening and everything else like that. So
yep, so we got them. They're sitting in our storage tent for the last few months, waiting and just staring at us. Please install me.
Yeah, but we're gonna hold off on that until we are able to actually insulate the rafters and fully close in everything on the top side that I need to. The inside part where it's like the family room area, I'm probably not going to do anything with the top parts of the rafters right there just for right now, because I've got to think of wiring, plumbing, everything else for the top portion of the actual cabin, as well as some parts in the backside I might not. But my biggest thing that I'm thinking about right now is the HVAC system and the humidifying system and everything else with that, and it ties in with the insulation. And yeah, I'm figuring it out, but there's a lot to it, and it's interesting.
We don't want any kind of mold growing on the inside, and we want to make sure that we have proper airflow and stuff going around, because if you have stagnant air, and with how humid it is out here, that's a good way to grow mold, and
Yes.
we don't want to be living inside the basement and then create an issue for ourselves where now
There's going to be mold
Yeah.
or something else.
Yeah.
Because basements tend to do that.
Yeah.
So we are definitely looking at all ventilation areas, and right now that's the huge reason why we're not closing it in.
Yeah.
It's just so that way we can get the ventilations all screwed in, everything else the way that we need it, and then we can go around and start closing in wherever we need to close in, and actually do that. And then we can put in the windows and doors.
Yeah, the windows and doors are probably going to be one of the final things that we put on, just because of all the reasons that we said. But also, it's going to make it easier for us to move things in and out. As far as wood, we have the whole back area that we need to be framing out.
Yes.
Excuse me. We have the whole back area that we're going to be framing out. We got to bring in a lot of 2x4s and the wall, and there's a lot of stuff that we got to frame in there. The bathtub, the shower wall, like there's a lot of stuff that we got to buy and haul in there. And the windows wouldn't really cause much of a guff with that, but the doors, then you'd have to, keep them open, and then the kids be opening and slamming them, and they're glass.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know if I necessarily want the glass up until we're over there all the time.
Yeah.
Because Murphy's Law will happen, and then we'll end up with some broken glass or something. I don't know. It's just better safe than sorry, you know? And then again, all the mold situation and airflow and all that, that's a very, very big reason on why we haven't done it yet.
Yes.
So, we do have the doors and windows. We will be insulating the rafters, but like Gary said, probably just that back area where the utility room, the laundry room, the bathroom, and where the storage pantry, which is also going to double as our bedroom, will be.
Yes.
And the front part will just remain open for the time being until we get upstairs going on a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm hoping that I can get everything done in the sense of completely closed in before winter.
Oh, for sure.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens then. And if I'm like, ooh, time crunch and whatnot, I might go through and just insulate the rafters because it is going to be winter at that point. So
we're playing it by ear. We're flying by the seat of our pants, guys. And everything that we say is just kind of like a guesstimate, because life happens, and we're just doing the best we can with what we have and with, the knowledge.
The money flow and everything else.
Everything. So, Charlie Foley is wanting to know, what is going to protect the white pro foam? Won't it decompose? Talking about the foam insulation on the exterior of the blocks that we buried.
So, good question. So I'm just going to take it back a little bit just to say why we did it the way that we did it. So most people out here, they literally just seal the blocks and might put in a French drain at the bottom, they might not, and then they just bury it. Well, we took it a little bit further, and we were like, okay, I want to put a plastic layer on it so that way...
Well, first we painted it with the Duralock.
Well, yes, the Duralock sealant itself. Then we put on the plastic so that way that would protect the sealant that we put on the blocks. Then we're looking at it, we're like, okay, now we need something to protect the plastic, because that's going to be the full waterproofing aspect, is the actual sealant on the blocks and the plastic, so we need to protect the plastic. So I was looking through all the insulation stuff and everything else, and that white insulation foam board that you see, that is actually meant for that aspect, to where you can actually bury it below grade, as well as you can put it on the exterior side, interior side, whatever you want. There's two ways that you could put it, in a sense, but you want to be able to see that white because the radiant side is on the back side, where it will keep it away from everything else like that. So it's okay if it gets a little damaged. I know that over time it will decompose and everything else, but the biggest worry is when we were backfilling, we don't want to screw up the plastic.
Yeah.
So if it does decompose, it decomposes a little bit.
I think it's going to take many, many years for that to happen, though. Like,
yes.
Many, many years. It's not going to be an over-the-night thing. It won't even be, like, within the first decade.
No.
Maybe 2 or 3 decades down the road. I don't know. Maybe. And that's a big maybe.
Yeah.
So.
And on top of it as well, we're also going to be having a wraparound deck, so it will be protected by UV rays later on. So yeah, I think it will be good. I think it will hold up the way that we need it to hold up.
I hope so.
We have a foot brick wall, or block wall, sorry.
Yeah, brick.
See what I did there?
Yeah, and it also is filled with concrete too, man.
Yes.
So it's a very, very strong, sturdy basement that we've constructed, full of concrete, full of the DuraWire. It's full of rebar. It's not going anywhere, man. It's definitely very strong,
Stout.
very stout. So Beverly Brown wanted to know, what are we going to use for lighting inside the basement, because it must be awfully dark in there.
Yes. So right now we're going to be getting it to where we can actually just run construction lights, basically, or some lamp lights or whatnot, so where we can see while we're working on everything. Over the time, we will be doing the can lights, where it's recessed in there and everything else like that.
Yep, so when we get to the portion when we're doing all the electricity and we're running electricity down the walls and we got all our plugs everywhere and we're putting lights in every room, like Gary said, the recessed lighting is going to be throughout the basement. But
Yep.
for the immediate, like today when I go down there and I start doing some work, I think I might just take this lamp.
Yeah.
I mean, it's light, it takes up very little electricity, it'll do the job.
It's better than those construction lights because they're halogen.
Yeah, and those ones get hot too. Those construction lights, they get hot.
Hot, and they are bright.
Yeah, so I think I might just take this lamp down there and just call it good, you know? We'll see. We'll see how much light this little lamp can produce. That little spotlight on the lamp actually does really well. So, I mean, between the two little things, I think that should be enough. Just have to move it close to where I'm working and then...
Should be able to see what's going on.
I should.
I mean...
We'll see.
We'll see what's up.
We'll see. So that's what I'm planning to do for the immediate. Okay, so a lot of people actually were bringing this one up in our last video, and I think that we talked about it on the last Real Talk, but I can't remember. My brain's been a little squirrely, and these cats are driving me nuts. I'm going to ask the question, and then I'll have Gary, you answer it, and I'm going to go see what's going on with these cats. So people were bringing up, why don't we use a rolling pin for the zip tape, since we were waiting so long for the zip roller. It never came last week. It was a big pain in the butt. I did call Amazon customer service, and they are returning our money because it never came. It got lost in the mail, and that is actually part of something that we went to town for.
Yes.
So they were suggesting a rolling pin, also like a laminate floor roller or a Formica roller. So why are we not using those for the zip tape?
So zip tape has...
I'm going to go check on those kitties. I'll be right back.
All right. So the zip system is has its own monopoly of stuff. So in order for the zip board to actually be covered underneath the warranty aspect, you'll have to use their brand system in order to actually do it, as well as to get that warranty aspect. There's a lot more to it. You can look it up. But the actual zip roller has these little Z's in it, and it activates the actual adhesion to everything and actually really gets it to where it activates. Like I said, zip system itself is has its own monopoly with it, and they make their own aspects to what it uses and everything else, which is a really smart idea. The downside is you have to use their tools as well, so it makes it a little interesting. They do have the liquid flash that you can use out of a regular caulking gun, or they have the construction caulking guns or whatever that you can use as well, so that makes it really, really nice with that. And that liquid flash is really awesome. But I wanted to use the tape just on the seams because that's normally what they do and everything else like that. And I am going to be getting some more liquid flash and everything else so I can do the top side. But that is the reason for it. And yeah, it just activates the tape, and that's how it actually activates the adhesion behind it, and it adheres a lot better and gives you that blow door score and waterproofing score and all that stuff, that mumbo jumbo for construction, you know.
We'll actually show you that on a video coming up soon too. We'll put it on by hand, and maybe I do have a rolling pin, so maybe we will go and show you guys, hey look, we're gonna use the rolling pin, and then we'll show you guys
We can do vice
using
versa.
the tool, and then we'll show you what we're talking about the stickiness of it, and how easy it's to peel off with using a rolling pin or something, and then how it's not easy to roll off using the zip tape roller. So maybe we'll show you guys that in our next video.
And it gets stronger too with the longer it's on there.
Stick,
once
the
it's actually bonded the
Yeah.
way it's supposed to be bonded, it adheres more and more and more until it hits that activation time of it's adhered.
Yeah. Now it's not moving at all.
Good luck getting that off.
Yeah, so it was very important for us to have the right tool for the job, because like Gary was saying, with the zip systems, they have their own, I mean, it's the zip system boards with the tapes, with the roller, and
yeah, the zip system roll, or the roofing.
yeah, and so when you're using these things, you want to make sure to use it correctly. You got to use the correct things for it. So
Yep.
And then Sally Ann Francis was wondering, will we ever take a CPR course since we are far from town, or are we already trained?
So I am trained. My cert is definitely expired. I need to re-up it, but I know Anthony's trained as well. So we do have 2 people here that are trained in this sense. So
yes,
it is
CPR and first aid certified.
Yes, I've taken a lot of advanced courses and everything for the job that I was at before, as well as just the scouting aspects and everything else that I've done. That was a really good time, and they did a lot, and it always changes every year, so that's why I need to go and recert. But
Gary and Anthony know a lot. Me and Roxanne know a bit. We don't know nearly as much as the boys know, but in a jam, I think that we'd be able to pull them through and get first aid out here if necessary.
I do have my old books. I was actually trained to train people.
I know you were. I know you were a trainer.
But
yeah. So we do have precautions if things go south, and if we need to make sure that we're taken care of until an ambulance can get out here or something. We do have some knowledge out here, and let's just hope that we don't need to use those skills. Let's just hope that those are skills that we can just keep on the back burner.
Pretty much.
Deb Schmood was wondering, will the build of the garage start in August sometime?
Pretty much. That's probably right around that time, August or September.
Yeah.
It just really depends on the basement.
Yeah.
And getting the basement squared away.
And finished.
Yep.
So like we've said multiple times, guys, the things that we need to have finished inside the basement so we could move in it is we need to have the water for the bathroom and the bathroom itself complete and done. And we need to have electricity run throughout the whole entire basement with lights and electrical outlets and whatnot. And then obviously the doors and windows on it. Once those things are completed, we can move out of the trailer and we can move ourselves into the basement. So,
yes.
I mean, it's just been something that we've been working towards now for a very long time, and every day we get closer and closer to doing it. The laundry list of things that we need to get done is getting shorter and shorter. It was about as long as Santa's naughty list.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're definitely taking a chunk out at a time, and we're making very good progress. Hopefully we will be able to start working on the garage in August. I just really don't know.
Yep.
I just don't know. It just depends on how fast we can get things done. And we're only 2 people. We're going as fast as we can. I'm happy with our progress.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anybody to try to pressure us and make us feel like we're going too slow or whatever. It's on our timing.
No.
And I'm happy with how fast we're going. So
the biggest thing is that I think some people don't understand either, or don't take into account, is there's a lot of variables that are having to be accounted for, and you really got to make sure it's done to where I'm not having to go in there and tear out ceilings and everything else to attach everything else to the top side because to do it again. So it's I'm trying to cross the T's, dot the I's, and make sure that I'm ready to be able to go on from there and actually do it, because like I said, most people don't try to move into a basement before the top side isn't actually dried in and everything. So I've got a challenge for me in the sense for the havoc aspect and everything else, and trying to figure in the tying in aspects, which I've got it dialed in, I think, pretty much. I think I have an idea of how I'm going to tackle it. I've been researching it literally all week and trying to figure out, okay, what systems do I need? What do I need to get? Is this one going to be okay? Is this one going to be okay? Is that one going to be okay? Should I go this way for the cheaper aspect, or should I go a little higher? Or there's all these things going back and forth, and yeah, I'm a guy that doesn't like to do things 10 billion times.
Yeah. He doesn't. He wants to do it the one time, and that's it.
I won't be able to tie in later and go on.
Yeah.
So.
But I think you got a pretty good plan. You've been doing a lot of research on it. We'll reveal all of that when the time comes. Right now, we're just trying to focus on tying up all of these loose ends, so that way we can work on the electricity and the plumbing and frame out the back end and everything. We're getting really close to framing.
Yes.
Like the framing out of the bathroom and the laundry room and all that, the back area. We're probably going to be working on that really soon. So
yep. We're going to be, I would say, probably in a week. I would say.
Probably. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
See what happens.
And then once it's all framed out, man, like putting together the bathroom really isn't going to take very long. You guys will see how we plan on doing it, but it's going to be a lot of those like inserts because it's the basement. We don't want to do like crazy tile or anything. You can get them very affordably, and they look very nice too. We just want to have a nice bathtub down there with a shower, and the tub is important so that way on our achy painy days we can do the Epsom salt baths, and I don't know, it just makes it nicer to actually have a tub. So we're gonna have a tub and shower, and Gary's gonna have his toilet that'll flow the turds to the moon. We'll have a nice sink in there. It's gonna be very, very nice. We were doing a lot of I guess like inspirational planning this weekend as well. We were looking at a few things on what we might want here and what we might want there, and yeah, it's exciting. We're reaching very exciting times, very, very exciting times. So
it's right there.
I'm happy that we're able to share it all with you guys.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm tired though. I mean, I gotta pull it out of myself. I gotta figure out a way to get the energy going today because I'm still dragging. It's just this heat, the humidity, it just makes you wiped. But I'm gonna pull it out of myself. I'm gonna get down to the basement, use this tool, get some things going on. I know you got a lot you're gonna be working on today too, so we're gonna get to doing it, guys. We'll be recording a lot of this. Y'all will see on Simple Life tomorrow. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video here on Real Talk with SLR. Thank you guys so much for all of your guys' continued love and support. We're gonna have a new video for you guys on SLR tomorrow. I should have it all finished and good to go for you guys, and we got a lot happening this week, so Lord give us strength. So until the next one, guys, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Later.